What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Tyson Fury, Big John Fury, and Big Joe Egan. Get this, Tyson Fury now responds to Joe Egan, and this is what he had to say. Quote, he said, Joe Egan thinks he's got the balls to call out my old man. Ha! He's in for a rude awakening. And let me counterpunch. Listen, we've heard John talk for the last 4 years since the pandemic, since COVID. We've heard him call out numerous people. Mike Tyson, remember Theo, Big Theo, he called him out, then that just went silent. Then he threatens to attack Sugar Hill Stewart. You guys remember that. He was going to have words with him. We never heard anything of that. He punched the plexiglass of Team KSI, right? Throwing tables and all this stuff. And, you know, calling out Mike Tyson again, supposedly. Then Carl Froch. And now someone calls him out, Joe Egan. And you think about this trend, okay? This trend with Joe, or John, rather. John, to me, is a glorified former boxer back in the day, hype man for his son and for himself. You know, he lives off the fruits of his son's labor, which is nothing wrong with that. A lot of guys do that. Jack Mosley did it. Felix Trinidad Sr. did it, even though he didn't really talk a lot of smack. Angel Garcia, along with Teofimo Lopez Jr. These are people that are doing the same thing Big John has. The only difference is they're not calling out people to fight as though they are still about that business. Okay, and I think that's where he's making a mistake. John Fury should chill. He really should, because if he's not going to take any of these fights to even back up by action that he's willing to fight like he's claiming to be a fighting man, he's making his family look bad. You think about Peter, Huey, Tyson, Tommy. Look, those are fighting men. They once did that. See, and here's the thing. Take Peter Fury, his brother. You don't see him talking about running upside someone's head and fighting everybody, do you? No, because I think he will really do it. I think he's that guy. See, the quietest person in the room is the person that is the most dangerous, not the one that's talking and running his mouth back and forth to everybody that will listen. Okay? They're just using that as a weapon because they maybe don't have any other weapon. You know what I mean? And I think Tyson Fury is trying to shoo this off by deflecting. Hey, you know, you're in for a rude awakening. Okay, that's still just talk from the Furies. Let's see something happen. Hell, I'll watch the fight. I'd love to see John Fury go toe-to-toe with anybody, because as much as shit as he talked, we got to see him fight someone. I'll beat this. I'll beat that guy. Or I'll go upside your head. Or I'm a fighting man. I don't back down. Well, you haven't stepped up. So Tyson's saying, hey, you're in for a rude awakening. Okay, let Big Joe Egan be awakened by your father then, okay? If that's the case. Let that happen. Because at this point, it's no need of you jumping in. And it makes you suspicious, like, why are you jumping in another person's business? You remember when Shane came on Seconds Out, shout out to them, and said, hey, I don't like what my dad's doing. He talks too much, and he's going to let his mouth get him in situations that maybe his ass can't cash. That may happen. But I'm telling him, like, hey, he needs to stop that. I don't want to see him fight. I don't want to see that. He's old. He's 60 years old. He's calling out people with unrealistic expectations, talking about drawing contracts and shit to legitimately fight these guys. You know, that's not what I want to see. But, I mean, if you were Shane, or if you were any son of a guy that's old or that old that still thinks he's going to come in there, you would be worried about his well-being. And I think that's why Shane did that. You know, Shane's older and you know what I mean? And he's like, yo, I don't really want to, you know, I don't want to see my dad fight because I know my dad. He might get flattened by one of these young guys. And you don't want that. You know, who wants that with a guy that old? That's a lose-lose situation for everyone. Because if John Fury gets seriously hurt, you know, he might not can show his face again. On top of that, he may break something or crack something or injure something at that older age. And as you get older, the longer it takes for you to heal. You know, when you're young, something happens to you. You can bounce back, but the older you get, that goes against the purpose of bouncing back because you're getting older. Your immune system is not as what it was back in the day. Okay? So John Fury, I think Tyson jumping in, I just think he's doing that to protect his father, which is nothing wrong with that. But we've seen enough Tyson Fury or Fury talk. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Tyson Fury responding to Big Joe Egan, that you're in for a rude awakening. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.